Okay, so Perplexity have just released a brand new feature named Perplexity Labs, and this is actually an amazing product in my opinion. It's similar to things like deep research and research on GPT and Gemini, but in my opinion, this is a lot more user-friendly and it gives you a lot better information overall when you prompt it to get whatever it is you're looking for. So in this video, I'm going to give you some examples of how people are using this. I'm also going to use it with a live example for myself. So I'm going to Japan at the end of the week and I've actually got nothing booked at the moment. So I want to see what sort of itinerary this comes up with for me and see what sort of information it gives back and how useful as well that information will actually be. So if that's something you're interested in, let's get into the video and we'll start showing you what Perplexity Labs is all about. So here we are on the main introduction page for Perplexity Labs, and I just wanted to show you how Perplexity itself actually explains what this product does. So if we scroll down on this page, it just says Perplexity Labs is a way to bring your projects to life faster than ever before. So it's available today for pro users. And if we scroll down, it does tell you some of the things that it can do in these paragraphs. So the first thing that stands out here is Labs can craft everything from reports and spreadsheets to dashboards and simple web apps. So this is different from other tools like deep research and research on Gemini and ChatGPT, for example. This actually gives you interactive dashboards and, as it says, spreadsheets and reports and assets. So super cool. All backed by extensive research and analysis, often performing 10 minutes or more of self-supervised work. Perplexity Labs uses a suite of tools like deep web browsing, code execution, and chart and image creation to turn your ideas and to-dos into work that's been done. So that's the basic explanation of this. Now they have got another page here, which is just /labs on Perplexity. And that's got some examples, so you can see them down here. So I've got that opened on another tab. So let's just jump into this one. So this is the page here, Perplexity Labs. And this is a project gallery, so we can see different things that people have been using this for. And what I'll do is I'll run into some of these and we can look at them and see what it's actually provided. Just before I go into showing you the example of my own situation with the Japan trip. So we've got one here, education. So it says create an interactive map, and then it's got some information about like battles from the past, 1941. So it's asked for an interactive map, which is quite cool. We'll maybe try that on the Japan trip, see if we can get an interactive map. Finance. So create a dashboard. Something that, again, it could be very, very useful if you've got a dashboard you can just go into. Comparing the 5-year performance of traditional stock portfolio versus an AI-powered portfolio. So that's super cool. We'll check that one out in a second. There's another finance one here. You've got a couple of research ones here. So can you create an in-depth research report looking at if Google is well positioned to capitalize on the current AI and what that looks like for them? So super cool. Creative stuff as well. Educational stuff, more creative. You've got analysis. You've got a sports one here. I've seen someone do something quite cool with a sports lab, if that's what you would call it. Basically, what they asked it to do was create a generative model where they could predict what the outcomes of games would be using past data, which was obviously something really, really cool. Don't know how accurate it would be because it's obviously trying to predict the future, but something that could be interesting to try. Then there's some travel stuff down here as well, which we're going to try. You've got shopping and more finance stuff. So let's look into a couple of these. So the first one we're going to look into here is one of the sports ones, and this is actually based around Formula One. So the person who's done this has asked, visualize the Formula One GP qualifying times for 2025 versus 2024 by team. Include all teams. Which teams got faster / slower and why? So you can see what it's got on here. This is just a basic response from this. You've got labs, assets, tasks, images, and then it's got all of its sources cited as well. So you can easily look back to check where the sources have came from and see how accurate it actually is as well. Now it's got like this table here. It's got the sources above. It's got the names in the Grand Prix 2025, May 18th final. Then it's got the people here by the looks of it. And if I click view more, let's see what happens. So now it actually takes us to a full table here. And it's got like this leaderboard, community, live odds as well, like super detailed stuff. Let me just check this. Qualification, practice 3. Like, I don't know much about F1, but I imagine this is some useful stuff. You've got leaderboard, commentary as well, live commentary, which is insane. You've also got live odds to win. You've got this. I don't know how to say this. I'm not going to attempt it, but IMO Italy capacity. So it's got the track, I believe, there. Yeah, it's the track info. It's also got the schedule. Super amazing stuff again. And then it's got the latest news, updated 13 hours ago. Like, this is insane stuff. It's like so much better than the other platforms, in my opinion, just because how useful it is. This is by far worth the $20 per month. So if I go back here, let me just see if I just press back actually to get back. Yep, we go back. So that was that table there. And we'll scroll down. So it's got the Formula GP qualifying performance analysis 2024, 2025. Just got some information here. Then it's got its sources. Then it's got like a table that it's generated. It's got the team performance overview. And then it's got another table. Again, if this is something you're interested in, you want to read it, just go and read it. But I don't know much about Formula One. So it's got technical and regulatory factors, like insane information. Specific team analysis, and then it's got related stuff as well. So that's the basics of it on the main labs tab, right? So it's just like a overall general report. You can export this to different formats: PDF, Markdown, DocX, Perplexity page, and then all assets. Let's just have a quick look at the other tabs here. So we've got assets. So it's gave you some of the code that it's probably worked and used to generate those graphs and how it's done that. You can copy this, I imagine, if you wanted to use it in your own code somewhere. It's got tasks. It's just listing what it's done, similar to like the way that the thinking models show you a list of what they're running through. It's also got images that it's used and referenced. If you wanted to take this for maybe an article or something, you could just take it. Obviously, if you've got permission. And then it's got all of its sources. So I mean, this is like mind-blowing. This for someone to put this together, it could take a lot of time, especially how detailed this is. So that's the Formula One one. Let's look at a couple more just before we do a live example. So this is the next one we've got here, and this is develop a short sci-fi film concept in noir style about a 30-year-old female scientist living on Mars in the future when a calamity hits. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Scottish accent there. Create 9 storyboards and a full screenplay. This is something that could take someone potentially a year or months to write and do. So let's see what it's got. Same thing. We've got the tabs: labs, assets, tasks, images, and sources. It's listed its sources at the top. It looks at it's also like searching IMDb to potentially get ideas. So Red Dust, a science fiction noir film concept. So this comprehensive film concept presents Red Dust, a science fiction noir short film that blends the atmospheric tension of classic film noir with the isolation and dangers of Mars colonization. Let's give sources here. Set in 2157 on humanity's first permanent Martian settlement, the story follows Dr. Elena Vasquez, I believe that's how you say it, or Vasquez, a 30-year-old atmospheric scientist who uncovers a deadly conspiracy, right? Insane, and now it's gave you an image that it's generated for itself. I won't bore you by reading this, but it's gave the full concept overview, another image as well, so you can kind of visualize the idea here. It's got character development, and it's got like the antagonist, the protagonist, and like amazing visual style, cinematography. The storyboard sequence, it's like got more images that's generated. And like it just goes on here for the different storyboards. Screenplay structure and format. It's gave a markdown file. Like budget, visual effects. So it's also got related here as well. Same thing, you can export this. And then if you just want the assets, you can download them all. It's got the tasks and then more images that it's used to obviously generate its ideas and its research. So it's got like movies and TV shows, like Silo's a new Apple TV show. I mean, it's not too new, it's like a few seasons old, but it's got these, like, again, mind-blowing stuff. Let's look at one last one just before we do the live example. Okay, and this is the last one. So this one I wanted to share just because it's got like the app tab on it here, and the other ones that I shared don't have that. So create an interactive global economic indicator tracker dashboard that monitors key economic indicators from around the world, providing insights into global market trends and potential impacts on user-defined portfolios. The dashboard should include, and then they've just got this list here of the different things. The main thing I just wanted to show you that it does generate dashboards. So same thing, it just gives you this detailed output. It lists all of its sources, generates tables as well that we can click on and mess around with or download. It's got more information about what we asked it. It's also got this app here, which I'll show you in a second, that we can basically mess around with. And then at the bottom, you can export this as well into like a PDF or whatever it is you want. But what we want to show you here is this app tab. So if I click over here, this will start to load and everything on here is interactive. Now, I don't really know much about the global economic indicator tracker information and stuff like that. But what I do know is like this stuff can all be clicked. You can see different information on the left-hand side. You can also see it's color coded, so it understands that. We've got correlation, so it's generated a table, time frame drop downs, scenarios, like oil price shock. Like, it's insane what this can do, and I probably repeated myself like 100 times here saying it's amazing and insane, but it really is. Like, you've got sliders to change the different outcomes here for each one. That you can see these are moving when I'm changing this. Like, literally mind-blowing. And then we've got portfolio, gives us another dashboard where we can interact with stuff. And then more tables. And then a news feed as well. So it's got like price alerts and stuff, it says here. Or sorry, policy alerts. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. And then it's got the same things. It's got like the assets it uses, like the code. Then it's got its tasks. It's got images as well that it's basically taken from the web when it's done its research. And then once again, the sources. So literally amazing stuff. One of my favorite tools I've actually ever used in terms of AI so far. Just like really, really useful in my opinion. So what I'm going to do now is going to generate a prompt and put it in and see what it gives me for this Japan itinerary over the next week that I will be there. So let's see what we get and jump over to the actual Perplexity Labs main page. So here we are on the main Perplexity Pro page. And as you can see on the prompt box here, I've got this icon selected in the right-hand side, which means I've got Labs enabled. And you can see that from the pop out there that it does say Pro enabled. Inside of the prompt box, this is what I've wrote to try and get it to generate me some sort of interactive itinerary for my Japan trip. So I'm flying to Japan for the first time. I will land on the 6th of June in Tokyo and I will leave at 8 p.m. on the 15th of June from Tokyo. The places I would like to see include Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Mount Fuji. At the moment, I have nothing booked. Could you create me an itinerary and show me an interactive map with key spots I should see and routes I should travel in the time I am in Japan? I also will have to book hotels and I have a budget of up to 175 USD per night. So this is the prompt. Let's see what it gives us and see if it's some good information or not. So it does say straight away that it's got 9 minutes left to gather the sources, compile data, and create your project. So you can click notify me here, but I will just leave it running while we're waiting on this going. So it has just finished, and that took around about 10 minutes, actually, exactly what it said. And it gave us all of this information back. So same thing, we've got the tabs here, labs, app, assets, tasks, and sources. And if we scroll down, first thing we can see is we've got this interactive app here. We'll click on that in a second. So Japan travel itinerary. It's got the duration, arrival, departure, budget. And I'll have a look at that in a second. Let's just scroll down and see what else we've got. We've got the travel itinerary. So this is a bespoke itinerary. It's crafted for a first-time visitor to Japan, seeking an immersive exploration of Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and Mount Fuji region over 9 full days, from landing in Tokyo on June the 6th to departing from Tokyo to 8 p.m. on June the 15th. So then it's got some information just about here. It's got an overview and interactive map, so we'll check that in a second. It's got transportation and travel pass information. I seen that on the map as well, so let's have a look at that in a second. It's got the highlights, what I asked for. So it's got some stuff here, museums and stuff. Same thing, Kyoto highlights. I believe these are clickable. They're also scrollable. Same with this one. So we've got more. If we click on them, it opens up into a link to that attraction. So that actually takes us directly to the attraction. So that's links direct, which is cool. It's also got highlights for Osaka and then Mount Fuji as well. It's got hotel recommendations. If I scroll along, yep, there's lots in here. Amazing. It's got an itinerary here, day by day itinerary. Day 1, it's got arrive in Tokyo. It's got the information here, how to get from the airport. Day 2, Tokyo, get the GR pass. Okay, which is, I believe, is the Japan Rail Pass. It's telling me to visit museums and stuff. Finish at Tokyo Tower. Day 3. Then it's got everything here. Budget and booking tips. Estimated approximately $1,170 for 9 nights of accommodation. Averaging about $130 a night. Not bad. $338 for the GR Pass. $450, $540 for meals. Okay. So it's got all the information about that. Conclusion. Then it's got related. So let's go up and have a look at the app that it's built here. So it's just got these tabs here. It's got the top tabs as well. Duration, 9 days. Arrival, June the 6th. And then departure. And then the budget. None of this is clickable or anything, but that's fine. And then we've got an interactive map here. Doesn't really look like a map though, to be honest. I'm not sure what really this is. Maybe if I try and prompt it again, it'll fix it, but it does say on the right hand side here, select a city to see attractions. Okay, so let's just try Tokyo. All right, and it's got a list of top attractions here. It's got like a temple, Tokyo Tower. It's got the crossing here. It's that famous crossing that you see everywhere. It's got a shrine and then the museum as well. So let's try click another one. Same with Mount Fuji. It's got these, Osaka. Okay. And it tells you where they are. Look, Castle District, which is quite cool. Not too bad, actually. And then we've got daily itinerary. Oh, and you can, I believe, like, so day 1, arrive and settle in Shinjuku, explore nearby areas. Let's see what happens. So when I click that, it opens that up. Morning, afternoon. That's not bad, to be honest. Although it's not very specific, like dinner in a nearby restaurant, rest and adjust to the time zone. I'm on the same time zone as Japan. It doesn't know that. I never gave it that information, but still cool. Same with these ones. It's got like a breakdown of the day, transportation as well. Like really useful. It tells you to buy combo tickets. On Thursday, it's got even like when you're traveling between Kyoto and Osaka, tells you what you should see. This is actually some useful information. We've also got a hotels tab. Not bad. It's got hotels for each one of these. It gave us 3. This is something like, imagine you asked an assistant to go and get this information. They would give you back 3 hotels, right? They wouldn't give you a massive list. Very, very cool that it does stuff like this. Kyoto hotels. I wonder what happens if I click on one of these. Nothing. But it tells you a bit about them. Serviced apartments. Modern hotel. Then Kyoto and Osaka as well. So it's only got those ones. That's Tokyo. And then we've got transportation. It's got a guide about this, and it just basically says get the 7-day GR pass, $380. Covers most trains, including, I'm not going to try and butcher that, but basically the bullet trains, essential for Tokyo, Kyoto, right? So that's cool, and it tells you the travel time between each of these, which is also good to see. Weather tips as well. Like amazing stuff. So I'm pretty impressed by this, to be honest. I could take this information and start booking stuff, and now I've got at least a good general idea for something that took 10 minutes to build. And then I've got assets here. It's got the stuff that it's generated, and then the tasks. So it's ran through all of this. And then again, the sources. So if you wanted to go and see anything direct, you just click on all of these. So pretty amazing. I think that's done a good job. The only thing I would say was not too great was the map situation here. I think it should really show us an actual map, which would have been amazing, but it never. So, yep, we can also check out related stuff at the bottom or export this again or rewrite it. So, some really cool things we can do. But for this video, that's where we're going to stop. But I'm really, really impressed by Perplexity Labs. I think it done a decent job at building me an itinerary here. And then obviously you've seen all the other projects that other people have been doing. So this is something I'll be using a lot. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.